Welcome back everyone. We are back with the dice game project. Yesterday we covered the HTML structuring and CSS styling, and we also added some responsiveness using CSS media queries. So today what I will do, I will write the main thing, the script.js, which is the game logic, the JS code. So I will open another section here, and here we have our JS, here we have our HTML. Today we don't need the CSS, these two are enough. Okay, so at first let's link this script.js and index.html. Yep, so here I will write script, and inside the opening tag the source of our JS file, script.js, only the name here because all these three files are in the same hierarchy level. Okay, done. Now our JS file is linked with our HTML file. Let's test it if it's working or not. So I will simply make an alert. So when I refresh the page, we have one alert here. Okay, so we can see that the script file is successfully linked with our JS file, with our HTML file. Okay, so let's start writing the JS code. So at first what I need to see here, that the game begins when we press the play button. Okay, so all my JS code will start running once this button is pressed. Okay, so how to target this button in JS? I will write document dot get element by ID. Okay, and the ID of our button is play button, so I need to specify it here, play button. And now dot, I will add an event listener here, add event listener. What is our listening type? Click, and when it clicks, function, and after this inside it I need to write the code. Okay, done. Now what I need to check, that when I am pressing it, two different dices are coming up. Okay, one is with 1 dot, another one is 4 dot. If I roll it again, we have separate result, again it has separate result. Okay, so we can see here that these numbers are generating randomly. So to get random numbers in JS, we have math.random function. So at first I will create two variables to store random numbers for both dices. This one is for dice 1, this one is for dice 2. Okay, so var a equal to math.random. Okay, so at first let's see what it actually generates. I will check it inside our Chrome inspect tool. Here we have it. Okay, and new snippet, script.js, small mistake here, script.js. Here I will write the code, var a equal to math.random. Now let's console log it. Okay, console log A. Now let's run it. Okay, I have spelling mistake here. Random. Now if we run that, we have 0.219. If we again run that, we have 0.7. So each of the values are below 1. Okay, so what I will do, I will simply multiply it by 6. Let's check what it does actually. *6, control enter, control enter. Now it's generating numbers 4 5 4 5. You can see, right? But it's not generating the number 6, so I will simply add +1, and if I run it, okay, now we have number 6 here. Now what I need to do, in JS we have one more function which is math.floor. I will simply add it here, math.floor. okay, now let's print it again. Now you can see that we are getting whole numbers. Nice. I will simply copy the code from here and paste it here, and I need the same chunk of code for here as well. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to generate random dices like this, 4 5 or 3 2 1. They are generating randomly, right? So to do this, at first I need to target these images. Okay, so to target these images, at first I need to give it an ID equal to img1 and here img2. okay, so let's target these images. Document dot query selector hashtag img1 dot set attribute src comma, what is the src? Source. The source will be generated by a function which I am going to create after this line. The function name will be imGenerate, and here one parameter x. okay, now let's create the imGenerate function. okay, so function imGenerate, one argument a, and inside it I will create a variable where img equal to, and here I will use the string concatenation method to get the source of the image. So what was the source of our image? images/dice1.png. so you can see here, to get this 4 or 5 or 6, what I need to change, I just need to change this line, this part. If I make it 6, Ctrl S and here Ctrl R, we have the 6 number dice. okay, so let's do this. We need to make this part randomized. At first I need to I will change it, because this will be our default dice. When the page will be reloaded, the user will first see this one dice. okay, so here I need to take this part of the source, images/dice, and I will concatenate it with the A here, and I have done one mistake here. This img generate function is being called here, and it is taking this variable A as argument. So I have done one mistake here. I need to write here A, and I will change it with X, okay, to make the confusion lesser. Now X plus the rest of the source code, which is .png, okay. Here we have it, and this function will return the emg variable. Okay, this emg variable contains the source string of the image, which will be pasted here, okay, and the default source string, which is this one, will be replaced with the randomized updated string. So I will do the same for the second image, okay. For this image, the ID is img2, and the second image will be taking the B as argument, okay. So for each of the time when we are rolling the dice, we have two different numbers, randomly generated numbers for two different dice, okay. This part is done. Now let's check our page. Here is our page. Ctrl R, and if I press play, nothing is happening. I have done some mistake, I am sure. Here it is, play btnm. It should be play btn, okay. Now let's check. If I press the play button, they're still not changing. Here I am not getting any more bugs. I think here, yeah, the img type I have not defined yet. Type equal to button. Ctrl S. Now check it again. Still we are not getting any response. What is the mistake here? So here is one more mistake. This is play button, and I have added pay button, so I need to change it to play button. Ctrl S. Now let's check our page if the function is working or not, and we can see that now we are having different dices with each click, okay. So how it is different from our desired output? We can see two differences here. One, we are having the winner. Here we are not getting the winner. And second, the dice are rolling, but here our dice are not rolling, okay. So we will add these two features, okay. At first, let's add the rolling functionality. To do this, I need to open the CSS file here, and at the end I need to add the CSS animation for rolling the dice, okay. So at the rate keyframes rotate, I need to define here the from and to, from to, okay. So from where? From transform rotate 0 degree to transform 3600 degree, suppose, okay, which means 10 rotations, and dot roller animation. The animation is rotate and I want to roll the dice for 2 seconds and it will be linear. Okay, and I need to add this roller class to our images when the button is clicked. Okay, so I will add those here just below this. So for doing this I need to target our image using the IDs img1 img2. we are targeting both of them here. Dot set attribute dot class list dot add. What class will be added? The roller class. Okay, done. Copying it from here and pasting it here. Now let's check our page. If I press the play button, our buttons are rotating successfully. Okay, if I press it again, the buttons are not rotating. So how do we fix this? I will simply copy it from here and paste it here, and I will replace the add with remove. So each time it is added, performed and removed. Okay, now you can see that it's not getting removed. Why? Because I have not added any set timeout function, so it is immediately getting added and removed. Okay, so I will add one set timeout function just between these two. So set timeout and opening our brackets here, braces start, and I will just cut it from here and paste it inside this. Okay, it's looking cool. Control S. Now what I will do, I will add here the function and I need to cut it from here and paste it here, and between this I need to define the time, for how much time I need to run the set timeout function. So the parameter is in milliseconds, so 1000 milliseconds, which means 1 second. Now if I check out page, it's rotating for 1 second long. Okay, and it's perfectly as same as this one. Done. Now just one thing left, the winner declarations, which is not happening at all here. Okay, so I will add that inside this set timeout function, because I want the result after the dice are stopped rolling. As you can see here, I don't want the result first then dice starts rolling, that will be totally useless. Okay, so let's add this feature. To do this, what I will do, I will create a variable which is txt. For now I am leaving it blank. Now I need to write the conditions. If a greater than b, which means if this variable a is greater than variable b, then we can say that player 1 has won the game, and if b is greater than a, then we can say that player 2 has won the game, and if they are same value, then we can say that it's a draw. Okay, so if a greater than b, then txt equal to the winner is a, player 1, sorry, player 1, I'll copy it, paste it here. If b greater than a, then the winner is player 2, and if both the number are same, then the text will be it's a draw. Okay, let's add some excitement here, and here as well. Okay, now what I need to do, I need to add this text to our Windex class. Okay, so I will write here document dot query selector, the name of our class which is Windex, and the text content will be our txt variable. Okay, now we are all done, I think. Okay, so let's recheck our page. Here it is, and if I press the play button, we have the winner, we have our dice is rolling, and we are all set, and it's pretty similar to the first one. Okay, now here just one minor thing left, which is like if I press here Ctrl A, where we can see that all the elements are getting selected. I don't like this at all, but if I do this here, sorry, we can see that nothing is getting selected. So how do I do this? This is about just one line of code. So in the body section, I will select user select none. Okay, Ctrl S, and here Ctrl R. If now I press Ctrl A, nothing is getting selected. Okay, now we are all done with the dice game. Now what I will do, I will create a git repo, and you can see that the git repo link is already in the description. From there you can get this all codes and this all images and this TTF file. You can download them from there. So let's create a git repo. At first I will go to my GitHub dashboard. Okay, here I will create a repository. The name will be dice game, and description public. I will surely add a readme file and create repository. Now I will upload all the files here, add file, upload files, and choose your files, then desktop, then dice game, Ctrl A and open. Okay, now all our files are added to the GitHub. Now commit changes. Let's check if everything is uploaded or not. Nice, the images and fonts folder are not uploaded, so let's upload them again. Choose files, images and fonts, open. Okay, now they are added. Commit changes. Now if I recheck our page, our repository, all the files are here. Now to host it on GitHub, what I need to do, I just need to go to the settings, then here pages, and I need source from a branch. Okay, main branch, and save. And it will take some time to get our page hosted on GitHub, so let's wait. Okay, now we have the link here. Let's check our page. here it is, successfully running and giving us results. This is the same, I guess. Yep. And if I refresh the page, we are with our default CSS. Play, and here. That's all for this project. You can access the whole code and all the media files from this GitHub repo. I will absolutely add this link to the description. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and I will come up with more projects in future. Thank you. Bye.